Okay, so picture this. You walk into a store just to look around. No intentions of buying anything. Absolutely zero. And then BOOM, a sale sign. 40% off on something you didn't even need. But your brain goes, technically, this is savings, and that little plastic card slides out of your wallet. And your life is over. Welcome to Dollar Drama. And today we are talking about America's biggest and honestly funniest tragedy. U.S. credit card debt. Americans are now carrying over 1.1 trillion dollars in credit card debt. Trillion. Trillion. That number is so big my calculator got embarrassed. If you stack that in dollar bills, you could probably wrap around the earth multiple times. And yet people are still swiping. Every single day. Nobody is stopping. Nobody is learning. The swipe must go on. So where does this all begin? The average American has more than 4 credit cards. FOUR. One was already enough to cause financial chaos, but no 4 it is. One card is for emergencies only, where emergencies apparently include ordering Domino's at 2 a.m. because you're sad. The second card is for travel rewards, as if anyone actually uses those points before they expire. The third card is for cashback, because spending $2,000 to get $40 back feels like winning somehow. And the fourth card? That's the backup. Sir, backups are for phone batteries, not credit cards. And these credit card companies honestly respect the hustle. They are villainous geniuses. They designed the entire system so perfectly that you happily walk into your own financial destruction while smiling. First, they send you a card. Congratulations! You've been approved for a $5,000 limit. And your brain goes, wait, am I rich now? No, you are not. That is a loan. With a 24% interest rate. TWENTYFOURPERCENT. If a random person on the street offered you money at 24% interest, you would run. But from a credit card, totally normal. Sign here, please. Now let's talk about the minimum payment trap, because this one is an absolute masterpiece of financial evil. Your statement comes in. You owe $1,000. And at the bottom, it says minimum payment due, $25. Your brain lights up. $25? That's nothing. I got this. So you pay $25, feel responsible, feel like an adult, maybe treat yourself to a coffee to celebrate. But what nobody tells you is that if you only ever pay the minimum, that $1,000 debt will take over a decade to pay off, and you'll end up paying nearly double in interest alone. The minimum payment option is basically a gym membership for your debt. You keep paying. Nothing ever disappears. And then came the new villain, buy now, pay later. BNPL. It's the younger, cuter, equally dangerous cousin of the credit card. Just for easy payments, translation. You cannot afford this, but we are going to make you feel like you can. Americans are now racking up billions in BNPL debt on top of their credit card debt. So the credit card already did the damage, and then BNPL showed up and said, "Don't worry, I'll finish the job." Here's the part that actually hurts, though. Studies show that 40% of Americans cannot cover a $400 emergency expense with cash. $400. But somehow there's $5,000 charged on a credit card for stuff that absolutely was not an emergency. No money for the car repair, but plenty of room on the card for that jacket that was on sale. Life is a tragedy, and we are all in it. So what do you actually do about this? Here's the real talk. First, if you have multiple cards, attack the one with the highest interest rate first. This is called the avalanche method, and it saves you the most money long term. Or if you need motivation, pay off the smallest balance first so you feel wins early. That's the snowball method. Stop opening new cards just because they're offering a sign-up bonus. And when you're standing in a store and your hand starts shaking a little before you swipe, do not ignore that shake. That is your conscience. That is your future self begging you to put it back. Credit cards are not the enemy when used correctly. Pay your full balance every month and they are genuinely useful tools. But the moment you start carrying a balance, the bank is using you, not the other way around. You are literally paying them for the privilege of being in debt at 24% interest, while they send you a card that says Rewards Member. The reward is theirs, not yours. If this video gave you a laugh and a little bit of anxiety at the same time, that means dollar drama did its job. Hit that like button, subscribe, and tag that one friend who has 4 credit cards and is somehow still thinking about applying for a 5th. See you in the next one.